Yeah, let's go. New episode. Sorry I skipped yesterday. Bit tired. No battles. Perfect. Let's see what we have here. Triangle Gang. Don't let Dragon Force know about this. Oh, give me more booze. Me too. Come on, hurry it up. Be right with ya. I see your old daughter just as disgraceful as ever. Alright, what you say? Keep your goddamn mouth shut if you know what's good for your gramps.
Alright, gentlemen, that's quite enough of that. Let me remind you that it is my employer you should be inconveniencing if you fought here. And that would certainly not be to any of your advantages. At least in my humble opinion.
Fine, whatever. You got a lot of nerve talking to me like that, bartender.
Just goes to show nobody respects you lot. It's wonderful to see you all enjoying yourselves. But I must warn you, even I cannot guarantee a happy result so you engage in fisticuffs here.
Yeah.
Alcohol is really dangerous stuff, is it not? Perhaps we should simply close the bar down, or at least ban them from the premises.
Good thinking. In fact, I was just about to ask you to do that myself. Even guys like that should be able to control themselves as long as they stay away from alcohol. So from now on, I'd like you to limit the bar to myself, different organizations' leaders, and the men who will be showing up soon.
You got it, boss.
Understood. Good. I'll leave this in your capable hands then. So, this is really happening tomorrow.
I take it you're reluctant to part with it.
Of course I am. That relic has been passed down within my family in secret for 1,000 years. I never dreamed that I would ever let it go. But now that it's come out that it is my possession, it could put the whole city at risk. So before word spreads too far, I plan to sell it to the highest bidder and invest the money in helping the city prosper.
That's quite the magnanimous of you, sir. I promise to you that my court and I will do everything in our power to help you see this through. Yeah.
Thank you. I feel better knowing that you're here. Alright, see you later.
That was quite a good ordeal. Something wrong, master?
What's this about a relic?
I will be clear tomorrow, you see. Now, what say we pick up a lecture from where we got off yesterday? I trust that you recall the three organizations, different characteristics now.
All three are different sizes, all three in very different positions.
Quite right.
Yeah, it's a triangle.
Now then, let's assume that each group pursues the best course of action for them to seize control of the city. Group A, Diarmuid, would ideally like to team up with Izo to take out Young King. Once that's done, he could take his time folding Izo's small organization into its own. But that would not be Izo's interests. While he may be able to get rid of Young King that way, it would leave him helpless against Diarmuid. And that of course would all but a serious defeat, as such Izo can never team up Diarmuid. So then you might think Izo could just team up with Young King to take out Diarmuid, but there too you would be wrong. After all, the two are now an inextricable part of the city. Then what if Group A, Diarmuid, teams up with Group B, Young King, to take out Group C, Izo first? Yeah, such a team up would let them take out Izo easily, but also lead to its own rather messy sort of problems. Without enough people working the docks, the city's economy would all but grind to a halt. More than that, neither group truly needs to team up with each other to take Izo down. Both A and B would really hope that their partner ends up bearing the lion's share of the losses in the battle to destroy C. In summary, there is no viable path forward for any group. Forming an alliance, going on attack, neither of these are feasible options. It is quite a stalemate. And now, something new is being added to the mix. I trust I don't need to explain what a Holy Grail War is to you, do I, Master?
Oh, fuck. Phew, it's almost time. Tomorrow there's going to be a battle for control of this case. That's just the way it is. This is to help build a better future. I have to accept that there are going to be sacrifices. It won't be easy, but at this point I see no alternative. We just aren't strong enough to keep the world safe on our own anymore. Just to keep cool for now. It all comes down to what happens next. We were the ones who will be taking control of the city. We're not going to let these damned outsiders have so much as a scrap. As soon as the ritual is over, we're gonna kill every last one of them. I can hear that stuck-up man yapping away. So much for that chivalrous routine he likes to put on. If he's gonna sink his cane at us for being outsiders after we've been here 20 years, we'll just spend 200 years working our way in until we're a goddamn institution. This city wants it to take us over. It's practically begging for us to liven this place up. If all comes down to tomorrow, if the others think they can mess with us, they got another thing coming. Oh no. We all live by the sea and we'll all die by the sea. Long as we got this town by its lifeline, it doesn't matter how few of us there are. We're the strongest of them all. And once this battle is over, we'll be the biggest too. If the loser refuses to get down on their knees and beg for mercy, we'll just kill every last one of them. Did you say a Holy Grail War? Yes, but it will be something of a miniature version. It's kind of simply known as the subspecies Holy Grail War. The three mages are scheduled to arrive here tomorrow. They will begin by making bids for a well-being question. It holds considerable power, you see, so it's a catalyst. So of course the mages are taking part in this Holy Grail War all wish to secure it themselves. But the real problem is that each of the three warring gangs have backed a different mage. In other words, whoever wins this subspecies Holy Grail War will win control of the city. Yikes. Yikes indeed. Suffice to say, our role here is to keep them all in check so as to minimize damages to the city. So I gather. Okay, but how do we go about doing that? Good question. We can't count on backup from Chaldea, and you and I have limited options at best. But I can tell from the expressions on your face that we must find a way, no matter what. Very well, but there is little we can do now. At this point, it all comes down to tomorrow. So tomorrow, let's begin by seeing what course of action each group chooses to pursue. Oh, got a new thing done. Fragment exchange, here we go. Okay, saber. Oh, perfect. It's an archer. Wait, no, they did. Where are you? Oh, hell yeah, when did I get this? I don't remember getting one of those. Morning. Good morning, master. Tell me, have you considered running a bar or cafe once you return from mastering? Well, I'm more of a patron at a bar rather than an owner, trust me. I bet you would enjoy quite a bit if you partnered up with the young Miss Carolite. Running a bar or mash? Like cafe or mash? I don't know what she has to do with it, but eh. What the hell? Welcome, I'll be your bartender for tonight. My name is Miss Carolite. That's weird, I thought it would be a bar with Medea. As bartender, I thought I should suit up for the occasion. What suit? You're not wearing a suit. I can't drink alcohol myself, I'll do my best with the cocktail shaking. Then why are you working at a bar? Wait, I just realized something. You can't drink alcohol, how old are you? Wait, hold on here, hold on a second. Are you 18? Oh god, you are. Oh god. Stuff I've seen online, oh god. So, I don't know how that's cute, but okay. Think he's like a small puppy or something?
Alright, I think that's enough daydreaming. It would seem like mages have arrived. I'm being surprised to see all three of them here so early. Perhaps they just couldn't wait any longer.
Me and Mash. I don't know why I'm having mash in this.
Are you still all gathering? Come on, snap out of it.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to my home. Ah, my boy Alexander. That's okay. So I love to wreck your sisters this place, land and all. Oh, God. Lang Lang. I never done a voice for him yet since he hadn't sort of been invented till now. Oh, God. I gotta come up with one. Okay. So it's kind of in the same vein as the Starfriend, the Aeon, or something like that. So maybe I'll go with the voice that I use for them. Okay, yeah.
I even see you waste your time dwelling on trivialities, even when you're about to do battle.
Go ahead and think about whatever you like. Fuck. This horrible count on count voice from the Muppets. Oh god, I already hate it. That's it, I'm gonna do it. In the end, some starts are mere delusions. In a few days, you can waste your time grieving for the pleasure you failed to claim. I already hate it, but I'm gonna keep doing it because I like to see myself suffer.
And here I thought we would be seeing casters show up to represent these mages. I suppose we can take this as a sign that each of these mages is really quite battle hungry.
Allow me to welcome you all once again. I am honored to have you here at my home. But then I guess there's no need to stand on ceremony, is there? You're all here for something I own, I'm aware of that. You all know that the multiple sources are 90% sure that this is a genuine article. I expect then that you're all here to verify the last 10% in person. Yeah, pretty much. None of us who would be amused if we all came this way only to have it turn out to be counterfeit.
Agreed, I don't want it to sound demanding, but I like indeed to see it myself, yep. Naturally, I wouldn't dream of trying to kill the others at this time. And neither would you, Conflad, correct?
Of course not. Not the remains will be foolish enough to throw away the honor here. That would be an act of peace, not men. I would never do anything to disturb these peace, while its items owner shows us such hospitality. Thank you. Alright then, you may go and see it for yourselves. I fucking hate this. This is a relic that's been passed down in my family for generations. A fucking leaf. The little leaf that stuck to the back of heroic dragon's lair. So it's summoning Sieg. Okay. Oh no, not Sieg, Siegfried. It's real. This is definitely the genuine article. I may not have been a mage for very long, but I can still recognize the real thing when I see it. It's a fucking leaf. How can you tell the difference?
Indeed, I can tell it's indeed what oath claims with a merely single look of its magnificence. Now I have no doubt that with this in hand, I will love to win the subspecies Holy Grail War.
I see. So then this learned conservative catalyst will reach to summon a power for 7. Giving the most such artifacts, since it's sacred to summon the King of Heroes and the guardian not to summon the King of Conquerors, I have fallen into the association's hands. These of course could well be the last of this kind in the entire world. One leaf. For fuck's sakes. I'm losing my mind here. Well, when it looks like this, I would gladly take part in the Holy Grail War. I'm glad to see you all understand. I must ask you all to pay richly for a chance to own this relic. But I think you all agree that it is well worth it. As I'm sure you all know, this leaf is a powerful catalyst that can be used to summon the great hero Siegfried. Using this catalyst, your chances of summoning anyone else are negligible. It cannot be divided amongst you, however, as its effectiveness as a catalyst will likely be compromised by the damage such division would cause. So only one of you may claim this relic. but no one need be hurt to do so. That is certainly not what I want. That is why I will be holding the auction. I have faith that you are all able to pay, willing to pay what this rock is worth.
Very nice, do you understand, Master? And all any of them care about is getting a job on the others. Naturally, they're not afraid to get their hands dirty if it means getting an edge. Depending on how things go, it might not even be an auction at all.
Isn't that dangerous? What should we do?
An excellent question. None of these mages nor the gangs backing them can't afford to let anyone else have this relic.
Only one of us, huh? I'd love to resolve this peacefully if we could.
That's what but that is easier said than done. Isn't that right, Comflad?
Yes, all.
Why?
I need your entire fortune. Our relic here is worth every penny of it.
Are you nuts? You want my entire fortune just to buy a damn life?
Silence. I don't mind letting you pretend to run the show in public. But if I fail to acquire the leaf, you will spend the rest of your life paying me back. Looks like I got a real shot at this.
So in the end, it all comes down to money. Well, these are small timers. They have to scrounge up every penny they can just to have a chance.
Normally, a catalyst of this quality will be forever beyond our reach. Only those so inclined or higher would even get to see it. But since the only other mages here have loose ties to the association, it opens up a wealth of options. I'll be holding the auction tomorrow. The only ones who will be allowed to bid are the Alexander, Prince Langling, and Flat Third. No exceptions. Even if any other mages account for win of this auction and enter a higher bid higher than one of yours. We have no plans to alter the arrangement. Perfect! Alright then, that is all for today. Please feel free to relax and enjoy yourselves until tomorrow. Of course, you're also free to take this time to put together as much money as you can if you wish. Phew. Mr. Moriarty in Serene-Ville, was it? Tomorrow is when your work really begins. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Great, okay, see you later.
Well, we certainly have our work cut out for us, but now why don't we focus on the task at hand?
We'll have control. We'll try control.
Yep. It's supposed to be rival control, but never mind that now.
Well, sadly it ain't. It's now Knife Lizard control. I guess Knife Scorpion Lizard? I don't know. Demonic Beast, certainly. What kind, though? I forget. Imitation Giant Komodo Lizard, eh? Okay, now we know. Very good to know. Good to know.
Yukuzo! Jin!
Oh, sick coffin. I don't know, it kind of looks like a land version of a goblin. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, so, no. Oh, fuck, he's dead. It didn't need to die that soon, that way.
Jim! Wokka! Kinari!
Guard is one thing alive. Good. Damn it!
お任せを。はい、お任せを。ほっ。まだ終わりではないですよ。
Kill me.
はい、お任せ。いいでしょう。せい。まだ終わりではないですよ。
Damn it, you're this close.
お任せ。いいでしょう。おかわりどうぞ。
Don't die. Perfect. Please attack George. Please attack George.
はい、お任せ。ジン。おかわりどうぞ。
Don't die, don't die. Attack George. Perfect.
マスター、申し訳。シェイ。わっ、きなりで、わっかきなりで。おかわりどうぞ。おかわりどうぞ。まだまだいける。
I probably should have done 3 or.
カクテルは計算もそう。
Oh, you're kidding me!
戦いも同じようなものというわけで。
I'm an idiot. I keep thinking it's a 3-3. I keep forgetting to check the fucking numbers. It's a 2-2. God, what's wrong with me? There we go. Oh boy. Yeah, Star Quest. I skipped one day. Gotta make it up. They say good wine makes good blood, but I can do just as good at making bad blood. How many times have we had someone committing an egregious breach of etiquette while under the influence? Trust me, I know what you mean, Moriarty. There's a reason why I'm never allowed to drink wine. I've heard mages have a way of neutralizing alcohol's effects, but I expect it only applies to the dangers of extreme overconsumption. Once they are intoxicated, they are certainly just as likely to ooze from their lips as anyone else. Especially when speaking to ordinary bartenders like us. So why don't we stop at bringing Alexander in here and seeing what we can learn from him? Though I would like to ask that you do the talking if you don't mind. Sure, I'll stick to the occasional interjection. I'll give it a shot. Okie dokie. Sorry, spare a moment. Okay. Alcohol? I'm not sure I understand. You want me to have a drink now under these circumstances? Well, okay, they have a saying for this in China. You can't catch a tiger cub without going into the tiger's den. In other words, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Those other two have been mages a lot longer than me. So if I want to go ahead, I just gotta leap in without fear. Besides, I'm sure you two have some useful info of your own. Fuck. Take a drink. Hang out. No sign of magical energy, let alone poison, but I guess that's to be expected. So what do you call this? That's a dry martini, the king of cocktails. Seeing how you have an air of royalty about you, I thought it would be fitting. Huh, never heard of it. That's because it is yet to be invented. Hey, that's pretty good. Excited. Hey, that's pretty good. Oh my god. I'm definitely on that.
Hey, that's pretty good.
It's good for you to drink, right? You're saying oak underage? Don't worry, I'm not. I'm just doing what I can to keep the ravages of time at bay. Though, of course, I don't expect any other mages will take it easy on me just because I look like a kid. You think you got a good shot at the auction? That's what I came here to find out. Can I get another of these?
Yes, the information I gave you earlier, Master.
Well, Yankee's organization is... Well, Izo's organization is... Now I see. So all three groups are dancing on the razor's edge. Well, damn. Now what do I do? I originally contacted the Yamud's group because I heard they were the biggest player here. But if they're that closely tied to the city, they're really gonna hold me back. Not to mention that between the three of us mages, my family's got the shortest history. Does it mean you're the weakest? Mr. A problem? Well, actually, here's a problem. Because it literally controls how much power you have. Because what it is, each mate's family, like over generations, the magical crest is given to the heir, which is then developed upon to given to their heir, etc., etc., etc. So, unless your family's extremely powerful already and just develops constantly, you're naturally going to be weaker if your family's younger because you haven't had as much time to develop. It's like a tree. A sapling is not nearly as strong as a fully grown oak. You don't mince words, do you? Sorry, can't help it. But you're not wrong. That said, my magecraft is pretty well suited to combat, so I could tip the scales in my favor. Well suited to combat? Well, oh my, what was his name? The teacher in Limited Blade Works, the Master Medea there? Yeah. Oh boy. You can't be used for combat. Yep, you know about centaurs, right? Oh boy, do I. Legendary half-human, half-horse creatures. Yeah, so I do. I sure they were incredibly fast, but that's not the only reason they were so strong. No, they were strong because they focused all of their attention on pinpoint precision with their arrows, even while wanting to get those incredible speeds. So, basically Mongols. Concentration is key, but just the magecraft button everything. If people could concentrate like a centaur, it would improve their abilities tenfold across the board. Even if you don't have a lot of magical energy to work with, if you focus, you can squeeze every last drop you have right into your magical circuits. Is he gonna summon Chiron? I mean, like energy efficient battery. I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds impressive. No, I kinda get it. Battery? Oh, fuck.
Think of it as kind of an energy engine. So you use your body so efficiently that you're able to boost not just combat abilities, but all abilities. Quite the superhuman training regime.
Anyway, you gotta bump the other mages for information too, right? None gets past you. I'm sure I would appreciate it if you let me in on what you learned too. What's wrong with me today? I'm always slipping out the words here.
A mage who trains the hardest can compensate for being the weakest. That's an admirable attitude with which to go into battle. But it would seem to make him something of a poor ally for the Yamud.
How so?
Left to his own devices, Alexander would certainly do whatever it takes to win. But the Yamud is more concerned with playing by the rules and winning fairly and honorably. It may not be an issue in the beginning, but at the end the disparity in the method could very well spell the doom. Now then, why don't we see what Prince of Lan Ling has to say?
Uncle, I see nothing to fear. I would have no trouble breaking alcohol down with one hand tied behind my back after all. I'm happy to drink it if it will help me acquire information.
Coming right up, sir. Here's a cocktail. It's called a silver bullet.
Silver bullet.
Indeed, that's what you use when slaying monsters, is it not?
So it's a good luck charm, is it? Well, I suppose it's all the need of help I can get. Alexander I can handle, but Vlad is a formidable opponent.
What if you and Alexander teamed up?
That's a good idea. And I'm sure Alexander would also prefer to go up against me rather than Vlad. Well, I don't think Yan King would go for that. Then again, I suppose if I want to know, I'll have to ask. And he does need to understand that Vlad 3 is the greatest threat. Vlad the 3rd is the greatest threat. Let's count Vlad like he's a mage. Well, rumors he uses blood as a catalyst for his magecraft. Whether that's true or not, I do not know that both the magical crest and energy circuits are stellar. His magecraft may be focused on combat, but I doubt he will have any trouble keeping up. As for Alexander, oh, intimidating centaurs, huh? If that's true, it would seem there are very narrow applications, but I suppose it would also be rather difficult to predict. Thank you for the drink, it was delicious. Think we'll go see if Alexander will be amiable for working together. What's my magecraft like? I still don't think I tell you that. The very basis of my magecraft is secrecy. That is true today as it was in ancient times. That said, it would not be difficult to figure out if you examine my magical lineage. I hope tomorrow's auction goes smoothly for all sakes.
Alright, that just leaves count for that, though who knows what'll actually count.
I have come.
You have? How in the world did you convince him?
It is simple, bartender. Your pupil here was unfairly polite when he expressed his wish to entertain me. It was clear that he had meant every word, and I showed no sense of malice whatsoever. That's the thing, if I'm unable to lie, they can't tense the seat. And so it is only proper that I accept his invitation, let it reflect poorly on me as a mage. Now come and celebrate my victory, bartender.
Well, I suggest a Bloody Mary.
You may know nothing of alcohol and its intricacies in any case. Of course, we have Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary, please, hold the Mary. I see, so the Buster Prince of Landing told you about my magecraft, did he? Even if he did avoid going into detail, I can't say I enjoy having someone else share my secrets. Not to mention, it seems a tad unfair that he seems to come in, fuck my nose. Not to mention, it seems a tad unfair that he insists on coming with his own magecraft in secret. So go ahead and tell Alexandubbbz. Prince of Landing's magecraft is based on beauty, gives his castles to enchant his targets and bring about the downfall. However, while it may work out on ordinary men, it will have no effect on me. If anything, it is Alexander who may hope to stand against me. All that remains is to see how much money he's always able to win to pony up, but these men are no fools. They are willing to make great sacrifices if it means getting control of this city. I still don't know how much alcohol, but I do like this brilliant red color. Once I've obtained the catalyst for myself, I think I'll celebrate with another one of these Bloody Marys. Damn it, I'm starting to froth.
Well, he was certainly the most imposing, wasn't he? Though he also seemed not so much guarded as oblivious.
Yeah, I'll go with oblivious.
Alright, now that we got more information to work with, let's see if we can make some sense of it. First of all, while these mages here are named, body, and personality with the servants they appear to be, they are not actually those servants. I trust you already understand that. The last three we spoke to may sound like the same one we know, but in reality may speak completely differently, even morishly. For that matter, Prince of Landing may not even be from China. We perceive them as the servants we know, and thus hear their words in a way matching their perception. The same thing happens whenever we speak to them. Before our words can reach their brains, they are processed to fall in line with their perceptions. That is why we can address an ordinary mage of Flat 3 without causing any problems.
This is getting confusing. I don't know how I'm gonna keep all this straight.
If you think that's confusing, wait till you hear about the next part. It seems that them three gangs are working with one of the mages. You think there are only 3 factions at play here. But in actuality, there are 6. Each faction is trying to obtain power and to realize their own ambitions. And we...
I'll get us swooping at the end and take it all for ourselves. I'm gonna make sure none of them succeed.
You're just a cunning devil after my own heart, Master, but no. As for our exact plan of action, I think we can wait until tomorrow. If I've read the situation correctly, something will happen at the auction. For the time being, we'll best take the opportunity to rest while we can to prepare for tomorrow. Well, good night.
I can't sleep. That's impossible. I always sleep.
Oh, up already? It's not even daybreak yet.
I just couldn't seem to fall asleep.
I see. In that case, perhaps it would help if I told you a story from my own admittedly checkered past.
I'd love to hear any story you're willing to tell. I always love hearing a good story.
Yeah. In truth, much of my life was actually quite dull. What's that? Is it because I'm a fictional character? I'm not so sure. Am I a fictional character? Or did James Moriarty truly exist at some point? Did the events that make up my past truly happen? At this point, it is really not so much of an important distinction as you might think. All that really matters is that I am here now. My childhood memories are all rather hazy. I remember fighting He-Man and rolling Skull Mountain. There's only one thing that I remember from them: equations. I remember the cleanness, the beauty inherent in the structure, how gentle it could be, and how terrifying. It is thanks to equations that one can determine precisely where a ball will land once thrown. I think back when I was a boy, I would often ponder why no one else seemed to realize their appeal. Once I had reached what most would consider an adult age, I wrote a book. The Dynamics of an Asteroid. But it never saw the light of day, thanks to the mathematicians who saw it buried before it took off. But honestly, I can't say I was surprised. I know all too well how petty and guarded people could be. All the more so once they realized the terrifying implications of my book. Still, despite the lack of surprise, I was at a loss as to how to respond. How then was I to verify the equation therein? I remember cocking my head and thinking to myself, now what am I going to do? I didn't want to go my whole life without ever knowing if that equation was correct or not. This may make me sound like a perpetual child, but I simply did not like that idea, not one bit. So I could prove my equation was correct. I had to prove it was correct. So I decided to turn evil. It's like that. Why? I suppose I cannot possibly expect you to understand that part, no. I wanted to prove beyond all doubt how beautiful and terrifying my equation was. So I swore I would do whatever I must to make that happen and eliminate everyone who stood in my way. From there, I devoted myself solely to calculating one thing. How could I go about proving this equation to the world at large? And the conclusion I reached was that I must turn to evil. As an evil man, I would use this equation to wreak destruction upon the world. The anti-life equation, his dark side in disguise. My next step was to form an organization. I mixed intricate schemes into evil that typically tended towards straightforward simplicity. I provided wisdom and intelligence to evil that typically resulted to brute strength and violence. I piled up evil deeds upon evil deeds until one day, that accursed detective brought me to justice. What did you expect? A fair point. From my perspective, I thought I was just advising everyone to take notice of me. But once they started calling me genius, scum, or bankrupt monster, and the Napoleon of crime, well, I suppose I let all that go to my head. But regardless, I win film, even when all that's said. I don't regret my decision to turn a life to a life of evil. There is two reasons for that. I enjoyed myself immensely. Yes, I admit it, I am morally bankrupt. But in spite of that, or perhaps because of it, I can say without doubt that few have enjoyed a life so thoroughly as I have enjoyed mine. It was grand fun to see people playing into my hands, even more fun to see them falling into my traps. Watching them stumble off a cliff or trip on a pebble or a vase come crashing down on them was some of the greatest moments of hilarity I've ever witnessed. Talk about chaotic evil. Doesn't sound like fun to me at all. What do you mean? That sounds hilarious. It sounds like great slapstick. Indeed. Of course it isn't as though I was riding high for the rest of my life. I met my end tumbling down the Rhine Black Falls. It was a miserable end, but probably befitting of a criminal like myself, and to make matters worse, the man I tried to drag down with me ended up surviving. Oh my god, that reminds me of something. The author of Sherlock Holmes, Arthur Conan Doyle, or what was it? Was that the name? I can't remember right. I think it was, fuck it. I think it was, Arthur Conan Doyle. Yeah, but, the thing is though, we absolutely hated the Sherlock Holmes character that he made, as he wanted to write other stuff, but everyone just wanted to write more Holmes characters. And so, he kept asking for more money, hoping that they would say no and he could just dismiss the character then. But they kept giving him more money until he was the most high-paid author in all of England at the time. And, at that point, he just decided, fuck it, and just decided to kill off Holmes by just having him fall down a waterfall. But even after that, no one would shut up or leave him alone. It's like the people who,
turned out later hates Bioso's Christian after Game of Thrones Season 8, sort of thing. And, yeah, after years and years of complaining, he thought, fuck it, and decided to wreck on its own, survived. So originally he was supposed to die.
I remember how great the sky was that day at a time when it was neither morning nor evening. How the icy cold honey seemed to scream like machine gun fire. It's quite strange, really. Why in the world did I challenge him to a fist fight? If I am merely fictional, then I'm sure I did so purely to satisfy the demands of the plot. But if it did actually exist, then I think I understand. I must have wanted to show him what a villain like me is truly made of. Alright, back to bed with you, so he must be bored enough now to drift right off.
I don't know, I found that entertaining. Wait, what about the other reason? What's the second reason you don't regret your choice?
Oh, come on now, do I really have to spell it out? Because if it wasn't for my love of crime, I never would have gotten to meet you.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you, man.
Now, don't be bashful. You know, a gentleman like me, at times, prone to sentiment. Alright, that's quite enough. Off to bed with you. Good night.
Okay, now we got that done. Hope you all enjoyed this. Stay safe out there. Be good. See you next time. Yeah.